Now, the annual United Nations General Assembly got underway this week with the world's leaders giving recorded video addresses because of the coronavirus pandemic. President Xi Jinping says China has no intention of entering a Cold War with any country, after President Trump said the Chinese must be held accountable for unleashing COVID-19 on the world. The UN Secretary-General warned everything must be done to avoid a new Cold War. So, what is the current state of the relationship between Beijing and Washington? Our World Affairs editor, John Simpson, gives us his assessment.
China's newfound strength is everywhere, confronting Taiwan and Hong Kong, taking on Australia, Japan, India, sparring with Donald Trump.
They let the plague out. They shouldn't have done it.
China uses its economic muscle right around the world. This week it was accused of ordering Barbados to ditch the Queen. In the years when China was building up its strength and wealth, its official slogan was a modest one: hide your light and bide your time. But in the past 10 years, as China's strength has grown, the official slogan has changed. Now it's strive for achievement. Should we be worried? Well, the leading Chinese dissident Ai Weiwei, now in exile in Cambridge, thinks the West is so dependent on China it's incapable of resisting.
The West should really worry about China from decades ago. And now it's already a bit too late. It's almost no way for West to stop this kind of profit-making business, and to simply cut it off, it will hurt deeply. That's why China is very arrogant.
China sees it differently. It regards itself as a developing country, only now taking its rightful place in the world.
Hello, John. Sorry for the wait. Mr. Hu is here.
Hu Xijing, a newspaper owner closely linked to the top Chinese leadership.
The situation is tense, that's a fact, but we're not confronting the West as a whole. The West does not equal the USA. I think the hardline attitude of the USA is in part caused by its election politics. Yet Hu Xijin is pretty hardline himself. He told me that under certain circumstances, China could use military force to invade Taiwan. As for Hong Kong, if the violent protesters threaten police lives by throwing projectiles and petrol bombs, I believe the police should be allowed to use their guns, and they should open fire.
Power is being fragmented between nations.
Do such threats imply a new Cold War? One former British Foreign Secretary thinks not.
There are areas where China needs to be confronted, but there are other areas where there is room for cooperation. We have to take very seriously a robust analysis, but one which doesn't fall for the easy, but I think false idea that a quote-unquote Cold War is the right way to analyse and understand China's rise.
The key seems to be the US election. Directly that's over, we'll see if the winner wants further confrontation with China or more coexistence. John Simpson, BBC News.